Have you ever found yourself in a situation where communication completely breaks down in your marriage? Maybe it's been days, weeks, or even months since you last spoke to your spouse. Well, it's more common than you think, and it can leave you feeling isolated, frustrated, and confused. I'm Michael Flynn, and welcome to the Relationship Reset Academy. With over 10 years of experience as a relationship counselor, I've helped countless couples overcome communication struggles just like this. In today's video, we're diving into why this happens, how it impacts your relationship, and most importantly, what you can do to break the silence and rebuild connection. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a rut or unsure where to begin, this video is for you. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll have a solid action plan to shift the energy between you and your husband, and yes, break that silence. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip to improve your relationship. Let's dive into the steps you can take today to start healing that silence. Step 1. Understand the root cause. Let's start with the foundation, understanding the root cause. It's easy to get lost in the feeling of frustration, resentment, or even anger when there's silence between you and your husband. But instead of letting those emotions dictate your actions, take a step back and reflect. Think about what happened before things went quiet. Was there an argument? Did a disagreement spiral out of control? Or maybe there was a shift in routine, and you two simply stopped talking as much. Sometimes, silence creeps in not because of one big thing, but because of a series of smaller moments that went unaddressed. Maybe you noticed he was withdrawing a bit at a time, and instead of confronting it, you both kept quiet, not wanting to add fuel to the fire. Before you know it, that little spark of discomfort becomes a full-blown silence. It's important to understand that silence doesn't always mean that there's no love or connection, it just means there's something unsaid. It's like a message from the relationship telling you that something needs attention. Take a few moments to ask yourself, what was the last real conversation we had? What was that conversation about? Did something get misinterpreted, or did you feel unheard? Reflecting on these moments helps you get clarity on the cause and start the healing process. You don't have to solve everything all at once, but recognizing what triggered the silence is the first step in knowing how to fix it. Understanding the why gives you a roadmap for moving forward, because once you identify the cause, you can then focus on addressing the right issue rather than getting caught up in endless misunderstandings or surface-level problems. Step 2. Take responsibility. Okay, let's talk about responsibility. I know, taking responsibility can feel like the hardest thing to do, especially when you're upset or frustrated. It's way easier to blame the other person or make excuses. But here's the truth, if you want to fix things, you've got to own your part in it. Now, I'm not saying this is all on you. Relationships are a two-way street, and both partners contribute to where things are right now. But taking responsibility doesn't mean carrying all the blame on your shoulders. It means acknowledging your actions, your choices, and the role they've played in creating this silence. Here's what I want you to do. Reflect on the moments leading up to the silence. Ask yourself, what did I say or do that may have triggered this distance? Was there something I avoided talking about? Did I stop showing up the way I used to? It's easy to look at your husband and think, he's the one who pulled away. But sometimes, it's the subtle shifts in your own behavior that can create tension without you even realizing it. Maybe you stopped initiating conversations, or maybe there was something unsaid that caused him to shut down. Taking responsibility means being honest with yourself about your role in all of this, even if you didn't intend to hurt him. Maybe you were scared, angry, or just exhausted, and you didn't know how to communicate that in a way that would bring him closer. But by owning your part, you're showing him that you're ready to move forward, and you're creating space for him to do the same. Once you take this step, the silence becomes less about blame and more about healing. You're taking the initiative to fix what's broken, which is a huge first step toward reconnecting. If you can take ownership of the situation, it'll show your husband that you're serious about making things work. And when you take the lead in this way, it encourages him to meet you halfway. So, take a deep breath and say it out loud, I'm responsible for my part, and I'm ready to change the energy between us. Step 3. Break the ice. Alright, you've recognized the issue. Now what? The hardest part is about to begin, breaking the ice. I'm not going to lie, this can be really tricky. You've probably been stewing in your emotions for weeks. You've got all these things you want to say, and the thought of doing so might feel like you're about to enter a war zone. But here's the secret, you don't need to launch into a big speech. It's not about a dramatic showdown. It's about starting small. The goal is to get the conversation flowing again. If you've been silent for a month, jumping straight into the big, heavy stuff can feel overwhelming. And it's tempting, right? You want answers. You want closure. You want to know why it's been so difficult. But before all that, you need to ease back into talking. Start simple. Try something like, I miss talking to you. Or, can we have a quiet moment to catch up? You don't need to start with a grand declaration or apology. Sometimes the simplest words are the hardest to say but are also the most meaningful. It's not about saying the perfect thing, it's about breaking the silence in a way that invites understanding rather than conflict. Here's a pro tip, keep your tone neutral and open. It's so easy to let frustration seep in, especially if you've been holding on to hurt feelings for a while. But try to resist the urge to blame or accuse. The key is to start rebuilding trust and connection, not defending or explaining past actions. I know, easier said than done. But trust me when I say that the vulnerability of putting yourself out there, even with just a short message, is huge. It shows that you're open to moving forward and that you're not letting fear dictate your actions. Still not sure how to phrase it? You can always check out romancedictionary.com/marriage for some quick and effective communication strategies. That's a resource that can help you get the right words flowing. The link is in the pop-up here and in the description below. Step 4. Take action together. Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. You've reached out, and hopefully, the ice has started to break. But now, it's time to move beyond the conversation and into action. Because words are powerful, but actions speak louder. You might be wondering, what now? Well, this step is all about creating new habits, new rituals, and making sure you're both committed to doing the work that's required to heal. Don't expect things to instantly go back to how they were. Rebuilding takes time, but every small action you take will lead to bigger, more meaningful change. The first thing to consider is setting aside regular time to check in with each other. It could be as simple as setting a daily or weekly time to talk, where you focus on connecting instead of talking about logistics. These moments should be about your relationship, not about the kids, not about work, but about the two of you. If you can find even just 10 minutes a day to sit down and talk without distractions, you'll notice how powerful that time becomes. Next, consider how you can show up for each other emotionally. This is key. If the silence has been long, it's easy to feel like you're just roommates instead of partners. To move past that, you both need to be vulnerable and share how you're really feeling, not just on the surface, but deeply. This can be a bit scary, but it's necessary. It might mean letting down your guard and admitting that you're hurt, that you've been scared, or that you've been frustrated. But when you both share your true feelings and listen with empathy, you begin to create a deeper connection. Action isn't always about doing something big, it's about consistently showing up with your emotions, your time, and your attention. Small actions over time build trust. And here's another part of taking action: compromise. Relationships thrive on both people being willing to adjust and meet each other halfway. If there's been tension around certain issues, it's time to find a middle ground. You don't have to agree on everything, but both of you need to be willing to let go of old patterns and create new ways of interacting. If you can both do this together, it makes the rebuilding process so much easier. I know this is tough. I know it feels like the silence might have created an unbridgeable gap. But trust me, you can close that gap. You've got this. One conversation, one step at a time. And if you want more advice on how to improve your marriage, head over to romancedictionary.com/marriage. It's packed with tools and insights that will help you make real progress. Before I let you go, I want to remind you to subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you feeling stuck in silence with your partner? What's been your biggest challenge? I'd love to hear from you. Also, check out the links in the description box for some extra resources that will help you take action today. Together, we can reset your relationship, step by step. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.